Hello, I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts, and I'm just coming on to do a flip through of another journal that I have made from the Halloween Goth junk journal kit that Madeleine the Designs sent to me. And I will put all the information for her shop below, her Etsy shop, and there is a 15% off discount code, and I will put that below also. All you have to do is click on that link and it will take you straight to her Etsy shop, and it will take 15% off of your entire purchase. Just want to get into it. This gorgeous cover. Look at this amazing tapestry cover. It's gorgeous, so gorgeous. Lots of texture, and I did trim the edges and I took out the thread so there would be a fringe on the edge, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. And this right here, these rose trim, this also is in the kit, and this little black trim here is also in the kit. So gorgeous. And this cover is not super stiff, but it is not a soft cover either. And it is a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. There are 3 signatures in here. And let's get into it. There's a lot to see. This right here is vintage apricot lace from her shop. It is not in the kit. I did purchase it separately, but it is gorgeous. This lace right here is just a little black lace. And this lace here is just some I had in my stash. There's a pocket in the front and the back. And here's a journal card that I used some other cards to create it. And I used some digitals from Release Crafting's digital kits, and I will list the digital kits below that I used. I'm not sure if I used 3 or 4 different kits, but they are gorgeous, and they are on cardstock. I used cardstock in here, color cardstock, and toffee dyed papers, which is coffee and tea together. And this has lace on the edge. That is gorgeous digital. There's the other side of it. And I used different digitals and put them together and printed them front and back on cover stock. This is the toffee dyed paper with some trim on the edge. I sewed on the edge. Gorgeous. Here is a pocket with a tag. Lots of stitching everywhere. There, lots of textured papers, lots of trim and lace and ribbon. Gorgeous. This is really thick craft cardstock. There is some green stenciling. This is gorgeous also. Just a cardstock with one of the digitals, the corner of a digital there. Looks like lace. And here is a tag that I made out of gorgeous paper. And here is sari silk that I used for trim. And this is parchment paper, like what you would print an old document on to make it look like an old document. This is parchment, that type of parchment paper that you purchase. It's heavier than the regular 20-pound copy paper. Black and gold trim on that one. And here's some more of that apricot lace that is available to purchase in Madeleine the Designs shop, Etsy shop. Use it as a flip. This looks really gorgeous over that mushroom digital from Release the Crafting shop. Another digital there. And this is the toffee dyed paper with some gorgeous green ribbon. Toffee dyed paper. And here is a painted pocket, and this is available also. These are available to purchase in Madeleine Designs Etsy shop. I purchased these, and they're crocheted, vintage crochet pieces. Gorgeous. Just stitched that on there with some lace, created a pocket. Here is another tag. It says create on it. Lots of stitching everywhere. Gorgeous printable. There is the center signature of the first signature, and it is tied in a triple knot. And then I tied in a bow this piece of lace. I think it looks beautiful on the inside, but if you want to untie this and use the piece of lace somewhere else, you have that option. Gorgeous digitals. That's the center of the first signature. Toppy dyed paper. And this is taken off here. Sweet little fancy paper clip on the copper paper clips. And this is an envelope that I made. Just a paper envelope. I stitched around to create an envelope. There's the flap. Just pop it on this right here, this page. You can use it for whatever you would like. Another digital. And this right here piece, gorgeous piece of, pretty sure it's vintage fabric, is in the kit from Madeleine Designs, the Halloween Goth junk journal kit. And this is from one of the papers that she sells, vintage papers, in her shop. It's gorgeous. Just made a tag, stitched it on there. I think that's gorgeous. The parchment paper with the black and gold trim. This is toppy dye paper with the sari silk trim. And here is, let's take this off, paper clip. And you can take this off also. And if you wanted to, you could journal a secret in there so no one can see it. But here is a postcard with a tab. Made it into a journal card. Lots of awesome stitching around. And there is some stenciling on this side of the craft cardstock. Go ahead and pop this back on here. It just goes right up there. You can put it anywhere you want. But I love those copper paper clips. I don't like to hide those. I like to be able to see them. I like to see all the metal. Toppy dyed paper with gorgeous trim ribbon, lace ribbon. Another principal, Release the Crafton. And then there is the end of the first signature. Beginning of the second signature. And this trim right here is in the, I got from the Halloween Goth junk journal kit that Madeleine sent me. Beautiful printables. Here's the toppy dyed paper with the gorgeous lace trim. This is just a sticker, the postage stamp. And here is tuck spot with a pocket right there and there. Here's a tag. It has that awesome textured paper on it and a lace piece at the top. And then here's a little tag, all kinds of little trims on it. It's really cute. This is a coin envelope with the label on it. And then this is a little handmade envelope that I made out of one of the digitals. Just cut it apart and just made some sweet little envelopes. And this is the cardstock, craft cardstock with the gorgeous black lace stenciling. This looks amazing. This toffee dyed paper, tea and coffee, sari silk trim, fancy stitching. Here is another one of the digitals. And then I took one of the little teeny tiny crochet that I bought from Madeleine Designs. You can buy these, and a whole bunch of them together. And I toffee dyed it and just sewed it on there. I think it looks really sweet on this pocket here. And here is an owl on this little tag. Then here is another tuck spot. And I was just experimenting. I thought this turned out really cute. I just used some acetate, I think that's what it's called. Just cut a wonky shape, put some music paper inside, and I put that trim on the inside, and just sewed it all together and made it a journal card. I think that turned out really cool. Really like that. Some more gold and black trim on here. Then here is another flip. There's a flip in each one of these signatures. And this is this sheer black fabric with a little gold on it trim. This came in the Halloween Goth junk journal kit. Here's one of the digitals from Release the Crafton. And I just left a little bit on the top and just used my pinion shears to cut that off. I think that turned out really cool. You could use like a gold pen or a white pen or a silver pen to journal on that. And here's a little tuck spot on the top. Here's an envelope. This envelope, the blue, I don't know if it's blue or gray, but it came in the Halloween Goth junk journal kit from Madeleine. There's a little pocket there, and just made this little envelope and put a little label on it. A little bit of lace there on the corner, not corner, but on the flap. Just a little envelope sewed together. I thought that looked sweet. A little label on there. And you open it up, and there is a journal card, the tab, so it's easy to pull out. Lots of goodies in this Halloween Goth junk journal kit that Madeleine sent me. Just tuck that back up in there. Some green ribbon here, sheer for the trim, the toffee dye paper, and here is this awesome German book pages that were in the kit, and I believe Madeleine told me they were over 100 years old. And there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 of them in here, 2 front and backs, but I made this into a tuck spot up, did some stenciling on it. Here is another little journal card with the tab, and this is some awesome paper. I just think it's so amazing. I just thought I would put just a scrap in here. Use it however you would like. I just like the texture of it. Just tuck that up in there. This is the center of the second signature, or the middle signature, and right here I put a little key at the end of this one, and a little bits of beads at the end of that one. Here is the other part of that 100-year-old German book page. Did some stenciling on it. It turned out really awesome. Toffee dyed paper, printable. And here is my little fancy paper clips. But this is in the digitals that I use from Release the Craftin'. It is already in an envelope. All you have to do is print it out, fold it up, and glue it up. And so I sewed some lace on there to just fancy it up a bit. But is that not gorgeous? Love it. I love Priscilla's digitals. I just thought I would just pop it on here. It's so pretty. Here's a little bitty tuck spot with a little tag. Some more of the parchment paper, black and gold lace trim, a little bit of fancy stitching, some sari silk with fancy stitching, made that into ribbon, folded it. Here is another one of the gorgeous crochet pieces that you can purchase from Madeleine Designs. And I just made it into a belly band, all kinds of texture going on here, lace and webbing, and your stickers under there, and that is handmade paper, I believe. And this came out of the same book from Madeleine Designs Etsy shop that I purchased from her, and just made it into a journal card. I think that really looks cool. Just tuck it in this belly band here on the craft paper. Black lace trim. Did some stenciling here. More toffee dyed paper with the fancy stitching, and of course my stitching is wonky as always. If you're looking for perfection, my journals are not for you. I'm not a perfectionist. Just love to make things all wonky and just love it. That is fun to me. There's the rest of the digital. Gorgeous. And this is the last signature, number 3. And I just sewed some lace on this digital. Is that not cool? That typewriter. There's a little tuck spot there with a bow with the sari silk. This is another one of the envelopes in the Release the Craftin's digitals. And you just print it out, fold it up, glue it. But I did some little stitching on here because I wanted to put the little piece of lace there. I really think that's beautiful. Tuck that up in there. Toffee dyed paper with some gorgeous lace ribbon and stitching. Did some stenciling on this craft cardstock with the black lace, and did use some it's not texture, it just looks like texture stamping here. The sari silk on the toffee dyed paper. Here's another one of the little paper clip. I don't know what you call them. It's not a hidden paper clip because I like the metal to show, but you could journal inside there. Here's another little envelope I made. Put a label on the front of it, and there's a sticker here on the back that says stamp. So it looked like a stamp, and just sewed some lace on it and sewed it together and made a little envelope. And just put this all back together here. plenty of space to journal and add and personalize it all to make it all your own. Love that stitching. The parchment paper, digital, and there's some more of the green ribbon that I made. And here is not sure if it's a tip-in, I think that's what they call it, but I did sew another one of those gorgeous pieces of crocheted doilies vintage on here. I purchased from Madeleine's shop, and I did toffee dye those also, and I just did some random collaging on it. Sewed some lace there, sewed some lace on the other side. There's another one, the sticker stamps, and I just put a couple little papers in here. Just thought those would be fun to use. Just pop this back on here, and this is just a regular little bulldog clip that I have sewn a button and some lace on. I think that looks cute. Just needed something a little more sturdy than a paper clip to hold this on. And I'm not putting it in the middle because that's where I'm wrapping around the tie for the journal. Here's the last flip in this last signature. Beautiful black lace, and I just left this on the top. Just thought that looked so pretty. Another digital, it's gorgeous. This is the center of the last signature. I did the same thing as the first one, and this one has black lace, and it's just tied in a bow. It is triple tied there for the binding, but this is just tied in a bow on here. If you want to take the black lace off, use it somewhere else. You can do with it what you want. I think this is gorgeous with the keys and the beautiful flowers. Beautiful digitals. Toffee dyed paper, and the other part of one of the digitals. So gorgeous. Looks like the center of a tree has been cut out. Here is the parchment paper and the black and gold lace trim. Fancy stitching. Here is another pocket. Here is that awesome textured paper, and I just sewed one of the little bitty crochet pieces on here that you can purchase from Madeleine Design Shop. Just tuck this back in here. There we go. And here's a little tag, and there's a label on, two labels on this little coin envelope. And here's another one of the little envelopes that I made out of just one of the background digitals. And I will glue that back on. I just tore that myself. Right there. I think I have my glue right here. We'll just do it right now. Take just a moment. Just a little bitty spot right there. There. I didn't tear it, it just came off. I probably didn't have it glued on very well in the first place. There, that was easy to repair. Awesome. And that glue dries really quickly, so that's done. And Sorry Silk, the fancy wonky stitching on the toffee dyed paper. Here's some more of the craft cardstock, and I did stenciling on it. The black, gorgeous black lace sewn on. And here is another tuck spot. Here's another envelope that I made, handmade envelope, and I did sew on a little bit of lace there. Envelopes you can use. There's a label there. So pretty. You can put that in just any way you want to. Toffee dyed paper with the beautiful lace. And this is the last signature, the very last page. And look at that gorgeous owl. That is so beautiful. Love it. This is just a tuck spot. Here is another tag. And then here is another pocket on the back, a lace pocket, same as the front. Here's a tag, and it has a brick on it, and that's textured. Lots of texture in here, lots of strings, lots of wonky stitching, lots of things to use. And the back, just so gorgeous. I will put all of Madeleine's information below for her Etsy shop. I will put all of the information and all of the digitals that I use from Release the Craftin' down below and their Etsy shop. And I am Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.